Hello and welcome back to the workbench, y'all. Today we are going to be working with a keypad with the Arduino. I've been doing a lot of work with LCDs in the past few videos. We're still going to be using an LCD today. If you want to review some of that information, the links are going to be down below. But today we're going to focus on this. So this is a 16 character keypad. So our goal today is going to be to put some type of input here, which is just a key press. Read that into the Arduino and then have the key press repeated on our LCD display, which I've already been doing a little experimenting. You can see there's a 4 from the last run. And if you want to know more about the LCD side, like I said, I have videos that are already uploaded that I'll link down below. But let's look at this keypad. There's 16 different buttons. There's 8 different wires coming off here, which I've already connected jumpers to each one on this connector. So we have a total of eight wires, and this is kind of logically how this works. So here's our 4 rows, which are the first 4 of these wires here, and then here's our 4 columns, which are the second 4. And so whenever you press, say, 3 in this example, it's going to put a high on this row and it's going to put a high on this column. Well, once you figure that out, it can only be the 3. So it's kind of a logic game, basically. So 16 different characters possible out of only 8 different Arduino pins. So let's take a look at how we're going to actually do this. So I did have to go and download a library. You don't have to use a library with this. You could hard code it, I guess. It's a lot easier if you use a library though. And I looked for keypad, and there's going to be different ones here. I'll show y'all which one I decided to go with. It's this one right here. Keypad installed. Library for using matrix style keypads with the Arduino. So this is the one I used. And here is the example code from that, and we'll go through it real fast before we make our connections on the Arduino. This is the example code, and I made a few changes. Now here's a pound include keypad.h. That's the keypad library we just installed. And then I'm also including LCD _ I squared C, and I'm declaring LCD as a device at 0x23. We've covered that before too, but I set this device up as, you look at the jumpers right there, A2 has a blob of solder across it, and this is address 23. I actually wrote it on the PCB there, so that should be working. One thing I did have to do when I first used this is I had to make this matrix right here. Their numbers were in a different order. So I actually took my matrix and I changed the characters here to match exactly what my matrix has on it. So you may have to do that too. The next thing to look at, we have row and column pins where you're declaring which pins you're using on the Arduino. We'll look at that in a minute, but we're using 3210 for the rows, 7654 for the columns. Easy enough. I have my LCD display initialization begin, turning the backlight on, showing initiated, waiting 3 seconds, and then clearing the LCD. That's all LCD setup stuff. And then here is character custom key equals custom key keypad.get key. That's reading. This is the loop portion of the sketch. This is going to constantly look for a key press, and then if custom key, which means if a key was pressed, then we're going to clear the LCD and we're going to print that custom key to the LCD display. Then it loops back up and does it again over and over and over. So that's basically how the code works. But what we need to look at is we need to look at these connections here. That's the ones we're going to have to make. I've already got the LCD connected. LCD is already connected with power and ground, and then the SCL and SDA lines are connected too. So this is good to go. I've already tested it, it's ready. what we have to do now is connect our keypad. So looking at our sketch, we can see rows are 3210 and columns are 7654. And if we come back over here to the whiteboard, here is the keypad with all the lines coming off. The first 4, like I said, are the rows, second 4 are the columns. So in order, 3210, 7654 are where these connectors are going to go. Pretty simple. Starting at 3, 2, 1, 0, and then we're going back up to 7, 6, 5, and get in there. Kind of tight. Got all these connectors going. Okay, so now we're all connected here. And now we'll upload our code. Done uploading. All right, I'm gonna hit reset so you can see, hopefully, okay, LCD initiated, very good. 3 seconds passes, it goes away. And now I've taped this down temporarily. There's actually adhesive on the back of these things too. So now let's try it out. We hit 1, we get 1, 2, 3, A, 4, 5, 6, B. And yeah, it works amazingly well. And look at all the different input options we have now for our project. And yeah, we're using 8 pins, but we still have a lot left, especially if you're using a Mega or something like that. But yeah, this is a surprisingly simple little interface to use. And you can change it if yours is different from mine. So like I said, my display was a little different from the one used on the actual example sketch over here. So if yours is different, like let's say you have a Z where the asterisk is, well, you can just simply remap that. You can remap that right here to a Z, upload, and then whenever you hit that key, done uploading, LCD initiated. And now whenever we hit the star key, we should get a Z. Yeah, so you can map it however you like. But I was very surprised with how easy this was to get done. These are very cheap and apparently very effective. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see y'all again next time. Take care, guys. If you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Bye, y'all.